Hi, I'm Pat. Okay, what they want us to do here is to find the unknown side lengths. And what they do tell us, this is very important information, is that the two triangles are similar. So we have triangle ABC and DEF being similar to each other. And you'd confirm that even in your figures here, right? With the equal angles that are indicated. It's important. All right, so if we're going to find the unknown side lengths, for instance, like here, you can see that they've even labeled it with a variable. So, of course, some algebra is going to come into play. We're going to end up solving for that x, and then maybe a little bit later solve for that y. But let's start by utilizing the fact that these two triangles are similar. And what does that do for you? Remember, corresponding sides then are proportional. It's key. It's so key. So if we're going to try to solve for x, I'm going to grab this side. Now focus on it for a quick second. That is side AB, right? That's where my x is. And the focus I need you to have here then is just make sure you're grabbing the correct corresponding side in the other triangle. Okay, you can't just grab any side. So especially with these angle indicators here, right? Like the single arc mark and the double arc mark. The side that we want to work with right now, and I want to work with it because it has an x in it, this side AB goes from the double arc mark to the single arc mark, or vice versa. So I know that I want to use side AB. That's where my x is that I want to solve for. But when I told you to focus, make sure you grab the correct corresponding side from the other triangle. Go to the same double arc mark to single arc mark. Okay, so I'm going to grab DE, and that's going to go in the denominator of this fraction. Okay, and that equals, and then I'm going to look at, here's another x. Right, so let's try to get this expression involved as well. Now this expression is side DF. Okay, so I'm going to put that in the denominator down here. And I put it in the denominator because that's from the second triangle, and our other denominator was from the second triangle. Okay, it's important that you grab the correct corresponding side from the first triangle up for your numerator. So let's see. I grabbed DF, which was double arc mark to triple arc mark. Let's make sure we go double arc mark to triple arc mark. That's going to be AC. So here is the equation I want to use in terms of the corresponding sides being proportional. But see how I was kind of deliberate with constructing this equation because I want to involve my x. All right, and now let's substitute. So AB, I'll substitute it with that x divided by DE. DE is one of the sides that they actually give me. It's 16 units. AC, back to this triangle, AC, they give that to me as 18, whatever the units are. DF is this side, and that's the 2x. And we're in good shape, because now we have an equation that just involves x, and I'm going to do a cross multiply trick. You've probably been using that a bit yourself. If I cross multiply, I get 2x squared equals 16 times 18. Even if you needed a calculator, 288. Then I'll divide by 2, 144. X equals, and I would say plus or minus because I'm taking the square root of both sides, square root of 144, but you can disregard the negative option because these are lengths, right? These are side lengths. So I am getting x equals square root of 144, and we know that, that's 12. So x equals 12, and we're in pretty good shape. Our directions were to find the unknown side lengths, and so I at least have that one. I also even have this one. If I double it, I get 2x. That'll be this length. But there's also this unknown of y. So let's just take a little bit more space and do similar work to find the value of y. So now I definitely want to involve this side of that first triangle now, because that's the one that has y in it. So I'm going to set up my proportion here, BC, and I'm going to do the same kind of deliberate focus here to make sure I grab the correct side. Single arc mark to the triple arc mark. Okay, so single to triple, that's EF. Okay. And now there's a bit of flexibility here. There's a bit of freedom because there's not another expression of y that I want to make sure I involve. So I could pretty much go wherever I'd want here with maybe AC I'll grab from the first triangle. If I have any reason to grab that one versus another side from the triangle, it would be this. 18 was given to us, okay? So I'm not going to use x again if I don't have to, but I'll use the 18, especially because in different problems, sometimes you're rounding in order to find the value for x. So if I had to do any rounding here, I wouldn't want to have that rounding error kind of compounded by using it again. So when you can, use the sides that are given in terms of their lengths. So I would like to use AC for the numerator over here. Quick reminder, numerator again, because both of the numerators are from the same triangle. Okay, in the denominator here, I've got to be focused where AC was double arc mark to triple arc mark. So double to triple is DF. Okay, and now I'll substitute. So BC was that Y, which is Y, we chose it. EF was the 20 that they gave us. AC was the 18. And DF is 2x. It does involve x, but we have already solved for x. We know it's 12. I know I just got done warning you about using that, especially if there was rounding involved, but it's still known to us now that we've solved for x, so it's definitely okay to use. I'll avoid it if I can, but if I can't, it's okay. All right, so now I'll do my substitution first for that x, and I'll get y over 20 on the left-hand side still, 18 over, and now I'm just putting this value of x in of 12, double it, and get a 24. Okay. Good. Now I've got the equation that only involves y, which means I can solve for y. Before I cross multiply, I think I'll reduce this 18/24. I can simplify that to 3/4. Reduce it by dividing out a 6 everywhere. I think that looks good. And then I'll cross multiply and get 4y equals 60. Or y equals 15. And we are in good shape. Those are good answers for your algebra, okay? But let's get our answers to this triangle problem. We were supposed to find the unknown sides. So this AB was unknown to me at first. I knew it was x. Now I've solved for x, so it's 12. This side BC was unknown to me at first. I knew it was y, and now we have a value for y of 15. All right, in this triangle, the only unknown side was DF, which was 2x, but we have x for 12, 12 for x, so I'll double the 12 and get 24, and then I've got my answers. Okay, hope that helped. Try some on your own. I hope it goes as well for you.